All right, next one is can I 301 a relevant domain directly to my GMB listing, or should I point to a GMB website I build instead of the GMB listing? If so, should I make contact details private just in case Google tries to see who the owner of the domain is? Okay, couple things there. Number one, Google is a domain registrar. So even though you might have domain privacy enabled, because Google is a domain registrar, they know exactly who is behind that. That's just to keep, the general public from knowing who owns the domain. Domain registrars can always see who the domain is registered to. So even if you have privacy enabled. I don't recommend redirecting or doing a 301 from a domain directly to a GMB listing. Or a GMB website for that matter. What I would recommend that you do is do a 301 redirect to like an HTML page, especially hosted on S3, Amazon S3. Like our ID pages, for example. Our ID pages are perfect for redirecting a 301 domain to, because now you've got a super high authority domain, Amazon, right? That you've got just a static HTML3 or HTML page on that you can create as an entity, an ID page, which was like an entity validator essentially. And you can do iframe stacking and everything else there, which means you can push whatever inbound link equities coming from that domain that you're redirecting to iframes, which act kind of like, it's not the same, but kind of like a do follow link. And so, what I would recommend is doing something like that. It redirects directly to a money site or to a GMB listing, in my opinion, is not the best way to go. You should create some sort of buffer between them where you can inject more relevancy and more entity information, which is why I think an Amazon S3 hosted HTML page is the perfect place for something like that. What do you think, Marco?
Unless he has that website that has those magical metrics, those metrics that are above, I would say above 60 in Majestic. That's when I start looking at Majestic, when it hits at 60 point.
What, trust flow?
Trust flow, citation flow, both. When it's around there or higher, that's going to be a really expensive website. But when it's around there, it's so powerful that one link can really make a difference. Now the thing is, that's going to be really expensive, and it's going to take you a whole lot of time and effort to find it. It's like, right, looking for a needle in a haystack. It's almost impossible. So what I did is I stopped doing it. I stopped trying to find expired domains, and I just worked from the Drive Stack and G site, and just expand it and isolate keyword sets. And just go through that. I mean, if whatever it is that we do, or whatever it is that we offer you in our done for you services, because we use it. It's because our methods work with what we make available to you guys. If it didn't work, we just wouldn't make it available to you. We try to be, again, as ethical as possible in everything that we do. We know that our shit works without all of these other things that you used to have to do, or that you could do to help yourself along, because you're borrowing from the ultimate trusted and authoritative entity on the web as far as Google is concerned, which is Google.